there, best friends who live on the internet. Look who I'm here with. It's the amazing Zoe. Ignore the fact we're on a bed together. It doesn't mean anything. We just happen to be in a hotel room together.
And it's yours and Tanya's hotel.
Yeah, mine and Tanya's hotel room. Believe it or not, we were both teenagers once. I know I look really old and decrepit, but I'm not. I'm young and I'm fresh. There are, however, quite a lot of things that I did or didn't do throughout the time of being a teenager that I regret. So this video is all about things that we would tell our teenage selves.
Let's go!
The first thing I would tell my teenage self, and perhaps the most important, is that girls are confusing. Just deal with it. You're a girl, right?
I have to admit, girls were even confusing for me when I was in school. There were fights all the time.
Yeah.
Girls tend to be a little more highly strung than boys in school, I remember that.
My mind was blown. I think the thing is, when you're a guy, roll with the punches, just accept what happens. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And also, just because you learn to skateboard does not mean Avril Lavigne is gonna wanna make out with you. Next up, and another very important one, don't pick it. Whatever it is, leave it alone because you'll make it worse. Now I'm talking about spots, but also there's this thing called Impetigo. Did you know about this?
I've heard about it. Is it on your lip?
No, it's everywhere. Well, it was everywhere. I mean, it went around my school.
It's everywhere.
Basically, it is an horrendous virus or something. It starts off as a blister and then it just turns into a scab. Thing is, you're supposed to get cream for it and leave it alone. I can't leave things alone, I pick, and before you know it, my face was covered and I was just kind of coated in this horrible, disgusting...
I can second you on that because when I was younger I'd get a spot and I would be straight at the mirror, squeezing, picking, and now my skin is so much worse, I think, because I have all these tiny little scars from where I used to squeeze spots. No picking, no scratching, no touching things you shouldn't be touching. Exactly.
My mum was probably right, my attitude did suck. But so what, mum, you still love me. The fact is, when you're that age, hormones go nuts and you do things that are a bit crazy, right?
Yeah, and also, you could see it as a bonding experience.
Yeah, didn't bring us that close at the time.
Plus, when you have children, they'll do the exact same thing to you.
One of my biggest regrets when it comes to sort of teenage years is that I didn't say yes to enough things. Because good things happen when you say yes.
They definitely do. Look, I've even got a bracelet that says yes.
Exactly. Now when I say yes, I don't mean say yes to things like drugs and sex with strangers because they are bad things and you'll die. What I mean is to say yes to experiences and doing stuff. Now particularly when it comes to summer holidays, because I remember just sitting there and wasting a lot of time playing PlayStation.
I was on The Sims.
Oh, The Sims!
The Sims.
Ignore everything we've just said, play The Sims forever. Now, that brings us on to a really important point. Zoe and I, as well as a few other YouTubers, are involved with this thing called NCS, which is National Citizen Service, which is basically an opportunity for people like you to do things that we didn't do.
It sounds kind of scary, but it's a really cool concept where you guys can spend your time doing things constructive and gaining confidence instead of sitting in playing The Sims.
Yeah, so man up, be confident, make friends and do stuff.
And stop being a wallflower.
Yeah, we were both wallflowers.
We were.
Learn to swim. I am embarrassed to say that I can't actually swim.
You still can't?
No, in fact I barely float.
And now I bet you feel like, because you're much older, you can't walk into a swimming place
oh my
and go,
God.
teach me to swim.
It's so embarrassing. People get out because I splash them. It's horrific. People are just like, whoa, what is going on? He's massive, get out of his way.
So everyone just now has to accept, when Jim's in the pool, you get out.
I am 100% positive that the way I will die will involve water. Because I'm going to be one day put in a situation where I need to survive by floating, and I can't. But if my feet don't touch the floor, I'll go, oh my God, I panic, and then Tanya has to come and save me. Like, she seriously has to swim out and pull me back in.
What's it called?
Baywatch.
Baywatch, she's like...
Yeah. Stop trying to grow a beard, because this is the best you're going to be able to do.
It's still pretty impressive.
How's your beard?
Mine's coming along.
So I remember there's kids at high school who are like proper men, like, yeah, I've got sideburns when they're like 12 years old. And I'm there just getting, trying to squeeze hair out.
When did you start getting it?
Last year. One thing I wish I told myself when I was younger is that it will be okay. Physically, I was like a mutant. You'd barely recognise me. I was anatomically incorrect. I was small, really long arms and legs, my feet were messed up. I had this thing with my feet where I couldn't walk properly for a while because my tendons grew too quickly.
Oh my God.
And the rest of me couldn't keep up, so I had this weird limp thing.
So you basically looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Essentially, yeah. My eyes were awful. It took me a long time to realise that my eyes were too bad and get glasses. And I had braces, and honestly, I looked appalling. But
me too.
It will be okay.
Yeah, it will. I was like, all my friends around me had hips and bums and boobs, and I was just there like a little stick insect, same height, but no outward.
It could be worse. You could be me. And at the end of the day, it all works out fine. Look at us. Look how beautiful we are. It'll be fine.
Jim's got boobs now.
I do. I grew boobies and everything.
So, is that everything that you would tell your teenage self?
It is. I feel like if I'd learnt those lessons, I'd be well-rounded and not quite as miserable as I am now. I'm scared because it's just got really dark in here. Now, a moment ago it was beautiful and sunny outside, and now it's like the apocalypse. It's snowy. I'm really worried. We may have to like eat each other for survival or something.
Oh.
But if we do survive, and if you're interested in this whole NCS thing, I'll put a link down there to their Facebook and all their other bits and bobs. Check them out because it is seriously something that I wish I had done.
Me too.
We are quite heavily involved with this, so you never know what might happen. We might cross paths and who knows. Anyway, obviously I'm here with Zoe, she's amazing. On her channel, she's done a very similar video, but from a girl's perspective. So things that she would tell her...
No beards.
No beards. A little bit of a beard.
Hey!
So, make sure you click on her now. You'll go to her channel, subscribe, watch all of her videos, they're amazing. We love you.
We do,
and we will see you very, very soon.
Bye! If we get out of here
if
alive.
We might not see you ever again because you may die from the snowstorm.